This exercise program is suitable for people who've got mild to moderate arthritis and involves a range of movement flexibility exercises, strengthening exercises, aerobic exercises, warm-up and cool-down exercises. This program complements other prescribed treatments and is specially designed for you to do at home. So grab hold of your TheraBands and put them around your knees, just getting them into position there, bringing your feet together and gently bringing your knees apart, holding for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax and just let your knees come together. And again, bringing your knees apart, keeping your feet together. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. And again, keep going with that. Bringing your knees apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. And 2 more times. Bringing your knees apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. And 1 more time. Knees apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. If you don't have any TheraBand at home, you can use your hands to apply some resistance. So you put your right hand and your left hand on the outside of your knees and you just pull your knees away from each other, applying a little bit of resistance with your hands and then just relax. This is a very good exercise for getting your walking muscles working. And the next exercise is knee extension. We're going to go from sitting to standing, nice and slowly so that we're really having to work those leg muscles. Pop your hands across your chest first of all, and getting yourself forwards in the chair a little bit, and bringing the feet towards the chair. So we're going to start 1 and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. If you find this exercise too difficult, you can use a higher chair or a chair with arms to push up out of. This is a really good exercise for improving your ability to go up the stairs and to get up out of a chair. So if you like to cross your hands across your chest, keeping your hips facing forwards, rotating to the right with your upper body, reaching as far as you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. And again, repeating the same, just moving your upper body now, turning to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. And just see if you can go just that little bit further this time. So looking over to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. And let's repeat the same to the left. So remembering to keep your hips facing forwards, you're going to twist your upper body to the left, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. And rotating to the left again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. And repeating just one last time, just trying to go just that little bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and back to the center. So if you like to bring your knees away from each other and also roll onto the outside of your feet and coming back to the center and rolling onto the outside of the feet, back to the center And keep going with that movement, getting a little bit of rhythm again, keeping your upper body steady. And relax. So if we like to move forwards in our chairs, and keeping your knees nicely bent, go up onto your toes and back onto your heels. Up onto your toes and back onto your heels. So you can continue to do this for about 10 repetitions. And relax. So if you move yourself a little bit further back into the chair, ideally you want to have your thighs supported by the chair, and you're going to start off with your right leg. You're going to try and bend the knee back under the chair, and then you straighten the knee out as much as it goes. And try that movement again, bending the knee back under the chair and straightening the knee right out. You can bring the foot into it as well if you want, but that is quite strong. So bending your knee back again and straightening the knee out. And relax the right knee. We're going to repeat the same with the left. So remembering, ideally the thigh should be supported. You bend the left knee, bending the leg under the chair, straightening out the left knee as far as you can, and repeating that movement, bending the knee under the chair, straightening the knee out and bringing the foot into it as well, if you feel you can manage that. And one last time. And relax. So if you like to bring your knees away from each other and also roll onto the outside of your feet and coming back to the center and rolling onto the outside of the feet, back to the center, and keep going with that movement, getting a little bit of rhythm again, keeping your upper body steady. And relax. If you like to move yourself forward in the chair and put your right heel on the floor with your knees straight if you can, but if you can't, that's not a problem. Now, if you listen to the instructions carefully with this one, very important to keep your back straight. Lean forwards from the hips and focus forwards on a spot while you reach your hands towards your foot. So nice straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. You don't have to come all the way up. If you reach into that again with your hands, touching your toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release up a little bit. And just one more time, really reaching your hands down towards your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back up and just shake out the leg because it may feel quite stretched there. So we're going to switch over to the left side, putting the left heel on the ground like before, knee nice and straight if you can do that. And there again, focusing on that spot ahead and reaching your hands forwards as you bend from your hip and keep your back nice and straight. Hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ease up. And again, reaching your hands down, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and easing up. And then just try it one last time, reaching down towards your feet, keeping your back nice and straight. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and releasing up and just shaking out that hip. Now it's important to remember at home not to do that one if you've had a hip replacement within the last year or if you've got any kind of back problems. Now we're going to do the hip extension stretch. So you can just rest your hands gently on the backs of the chairs. Before you do this exercise, just be sure that you can take some body weight through each leg. We're going to start off there with the right leg. Taking the weight through the left leg, you're going to lift your right leg and bring it back behind you just as far as is comfortable, pointing the toes ahead. Holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bringing it back to the other leg and onto the ground again. And we'll try that again, lifting the right leg off the ground and taking the leg back behind you, maybe going a little further this time. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring it back. And resting it just on the ground. And one last time, lifting the right leg, taking it back behind you, just stretching it just that little bit further, pointing the toes ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to the center. And you might just want to shake out the legs there a little bit, and shaking out the left leg as well, which has been taking the weight. So we'll repeat the same again now on the left side, remembering we're going to have to take the weight through the right. So taking the weight through the right, lifting your left leg off the ground and pointing your toes forwards, taking it back behind you, keeping your upper body nice and still. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to the center and letting it down beside the other leg. And again, picking the left leg up and taking it back behind you, holding it for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to the center. And just one last stretch, lifting it up, taking it back behind you, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And just shaking out both legs there. Right, we come to our calf stretch, and most of you will know this one. First of all, you want to start in a walk position. So just put your right leg behind the other leg. Now keeping your hands just gently resting on the chair. Your back leg you must keep as straight as you can because you're going to be stretching that. The left leg is going to bend. So just before we ease ourselves into that, just get yourself into a nice, comfortable walking position. And then keep your right leg straight while you bend into your left leg, resting your hands on the chair. You should begin to feel the right calf stretching. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ease up. And let's switch the leg, this time putting the left leg behind and the right leg in front. Remembering what we said about the leg at the back, keeping the knees straight, the heel down, and the leg at the front bent. So we're going to lean into that again, keeping the back nice and straight. Feel that stretch in the left calf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ease up out of that stretch. The ideal number of repetitions is usually 5 as a guide, but you may vary that depending on how you're feeling at the time. To conclude, I've taken you through a step-by-step guide to safe and effective exercising for people with arthritis. The goal is to do 15 minutes of range of movement exercises daily and include strengthening and aerobic exercises on alternate days. So good luck with the programme.